Here's some legal tips for every small business owner that you may want to consider. Of course, this is not legal advice. Consult your counsel. But if you want some general ideas of what to focus on in your small business, we're going to run through some of it today. I'm Shawn McBride. I'm a practicing lawyer. I work with my business clients on helping them achieve their business goals, a lot of times around capital raise, around operations, around contracts, agreements, etc. So what do I see? One of the big things I see a lot of small businesses miss is just that separateness between the owners and the management of the company and their assets, right? We need to get everything in very clear buckets. What is a company asset? What is a company contract? What is a personal asset? What is a personal contract? And, where do things flow? And this can be very tricky on some expenses because some things are used both business and personal. But we got to put those very clear lines. And this is great for liability purposes, but also for tax purposes as far as what expenses are deductible and how does all of that work. We also want to get very rigorous around our contracts and agreements. What is our intellectual property? What do we know that other people don't know? And how do we protect that? How do we put safeguards around that? Non-disclosure agreements, terms and conditions. How do we make our commercial agreements work to protect us? How do we put non-circumvention provisions in there? Those are provisions where people can't work around the contract to steal our customers, our suppliers. We've got to think very comprehensively. And one of the big mistakes I see, and that we've talked about here on the channel, is using form contracts. A lot of times it seems like a great idea to go grab a form off the internet, change the names, and put it out there. However, you don't know what happened in the negotiation of that contract that you just steal from the internet. Is it better for the buyer? Is it better for the seller? Does it have terms you wish you didn't have? You don't know that without a careful review. And if you don't have a legal mind, you don't have the legal training, you may not know what you're looking for, which is why it's always great to get a lawyer involved. You also want to build your business with a thought to your growth plan, your future financings, your future investors. How do you structure things in the right way? There are steps you can start taking along the way to make things easier in the future. So start thinking about being an incrementalist and getting to where you want to go. If you have questions or comments, drop them below. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. But when you put those questions and comments in there, keep them general. They're not going to be confidential. Other people can see them. So don't put anything there that you don't want other people seeing because you'll lose that confidentiality. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Look forward to seeing you for another video soon.